Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack. Feel free to pause, take a look at the pack if you want. This pack has so many really cool options on how to build your team. That's what we're going to focus on today. It's not necessarily the end team, although the end team I think is pretty cool. The way we get there I think is more important. So this is kind of like a how-to video if you are not familiar with the weekly or haven't had the chance to jump in yet. Kind of how to play the early to mid game transition to the late game, or you can carry the early game to the end, the early game pets. So it kind of all starts with a couple of pets at tier 1 here. The first one being the ambush. It gives the spooked. There's multiple things you can do with it. We're going to see a use with the, I believe, frigate bird and unicorn. I believe both uses here. The nudie branch, just a strong solo unit. Really high stats, especially if you get it to level 2 early like this and combine your pets so you don't have any duplicates. Frigate bird's there, so I'm assuming I'm going to do it this turn. And we're going to get the first combo going. So ambush frigate bird, you get the attack, and then the frigate bird overrides the spooked with the rice. And basically you just want to start rotating this on pets that you're going to sell. Typically in the beginning, this should be every pet, so just start rotating it on every pet you have. Obviously rotate it on the pets that you're going to sell first. And yeah, we're also going to see like a little gambit to get the rice on the frigate bird as well, bring in a separate one. There's so many different things. So going back to the nudie branch, look at it here, just a strong high base stat unit, trades with 2 units, or at least trades with their front line. Really, really good. Use that, or use the gecko as well. The gecko gains health when you have a toy active with the cuddle toad, not the cuttlefish. I was mixing up cuttlefish and cuddle toad. With the cuddle toad toy, the puppy, the vervet, the fairy, the bad dog, the stingray. There's so many toy options in this pack. Very, very easy to keep the gecko going. If you're trying to keep the same toy going, i.e. the bad dog for the evil book, or you're relying on some stingray scaling or the stinky sock, you might be in a world of hurt, because sometimes with a lack of waffle, it's really tough. Let's get back to this. So you see here bringing in the separate frigate bird, and it doesn't really matter which one I put the rice on, because when I combine them, it'll keep the rice. And going ahead and stacking the lasagna on the nudie branch, as well as pushing it level 3. Had the radish frozen. The only thing I'd really want to throw it on is the nudie branch, but I figure, I should probably just get the rice. And the reason I'm so excited about this run is I just use so many different combinations of like what's available in this weekly pack. It just felt really good. Like towards the middle of the run, I just had this thought of like, if this run turns out good, this is for sure a main run, because nothing came together like this. You know, you do portions of it, right? You might get puppy into stingray and get some good scaling some runs, or you might get the ambush rice for the easy pivots. But it's kind of tough to get everything. And speaking of everything, here's another combination, another option for the ambush. Let's say you got rice on things you want. You bring in a whale shark. Essentially, it's a free pair every turn at the end of turn. I keep calling it the ambush. It's just called the bush, I think, by the community at large. It's called the little bush guy as well. I was a huge fan of the ambush when I heard that. I thought it was going to be called something else, and then the ambush caught on for a couple days, it seemed like, and then it kind of reverted back to the bush. It looks like someone's hiding in that bush, ready to ambush you, though. So yeah, the whale shark, such a great option this weekly. You can basically use the whale shark with the ambush and then toss a bunch of perks on it. Typically, I wait till I get it level 2 to toss a bunch of perks, and then you can transform it with the Water of Youth. I had a couple whale shark runs that I got it close to 50-50 before realizing I could transform it, and then I'd realized like too late I didn't really have a good chance to give it a fair shot at getting a good unit off the transformation. Right? Sometimes it takes a couple. So here, in comes the Orchid Mantis. I had yet to use it this weekly. There's plenty of other fun options. The Orchid Mantis itself, you know, it's nice. It's nice. Nothing too special about it. I think the macaque is very easy to use compared to it because you just don't need to worry about the scaling. Just get the levels on it. You get that big ol' orangutan spawning. In this case, not only do you need the levels, you need the scaling. Hence, we're still running the 5 squad. No reason to run the 4 squad when you bring in a base stats Orchid Mantis. We have a level 2 lasagna cooking. And we have a stingray frozen. So that looks pretty good. Got the level 2 whale shark. I'm not sure if it's this run. It'll be funny to see. I remember there being a run I had where I got a level 2 whale shark and I kind of just forgot about it for a while. I think it's partly because I wanted to get the rest of the team set up, but yeah, it would have been very smart to utilize the level 2 whale shark, especially if you get it at turn 9. That's good in this weekly. Another whale shark there. I think I thought about going dubs for a minute. No reason to go level 3. It's not worth the 9 gold to get it level 3. Might as well just start throwing the perks on it. Doing some math in my head. Come on, 40%. Not that hard. And yeah, here is another really, really good combination in this weekly. Is basically as you're rotating these toys, like you can commit to toys, right? Go for level 2, level 3 Stingray. It's great. Go level 2 Mosasaurus with it. Get the whole toy scaling going. Or any toy. And then like bring in a Mosasaurus. But you don't have to. You can keep units rotating and keep pivoting. So my thought here is, well, I can buy a Stingray, sell it, buy a Mosasaurus. Toy breaks. I get my double scaling. And then I'll just buy another toy, and then maybe buy another Mosasaurus, right? And just keep like rotating those stats and those things. I think that's better in this case than just like fully investing. But that's assuming you have one open slot. Technically, I don't need this frigate bird anymore. I'm not using him. He's just sitting in the back. So I can easily just sell it. I guess I'm just waiting. Could have taken level 2 Mosasaurus there. But look at this. Perfect into the Puma. So now we have triple toy scaling. We have the toy itself. We have the Puma. We have the Mosasaurus. We have the ambush. We're scaling an Orchid Mantis, which gets, you know, a multiplied effect off the scaling. So it just feels good. And now we're at the point, the Orchid Mantis is 30-30 out of nowhere. So I figure, yeah, we can probably run the 4 squad. I'm assuming I'm going to sell the Stingray. There's a Mosasaurus. And let's see, the ambush is getting a 4/4 buff every turn on the whale shark, so I think it's still valuable to keep it. The Mosasaurus would give a +4/6, you know, 2/3 to each pet, right? So it is better stats per turn, but you get it every other turn, so I guess selling ambush next turn, buying Mosasaurus would be valuable. But it's only little value, so it's 2 gold for 2 health. Not worth it in my opinion. Let's see if I do it. Another Puma would actually just be worth it. I don't even know if we need it. We're going to get +12/12 on the front. I'm rolling for something. There's the Puma. Yeah, I'm going to super greed here. So you're going to see me reject the Praying Mantis. And only at 3 trophies, so I think that's why I'm being so greedy here. 3 trophies, 3 hearts. I kind of recognize this game is going to go long. And yeah, this is a very long main run. It's surprising, and I think it's cool because some runs, you know, that end on turn, let's say, 14 or earlier, they're rather incomplete teams, it feels like. You know, you'd love to see them get a couple more levels. But most of the time you win that early because the team's good and it just worked out. You might have gotten a little high roll on something. And this team, I feel like, is a great setup. I feel like it's been a strong team pretty much throughout this game. We've had strong units carry us. We've made smart pivots. Had consistent scaling. And the Orchid Mantis is at 48-48. So that was pretty quick, it feels like. It's turn 13 and we have a 50-50, and the whale shark is going to be getting to 50-50 pretty quick. Especially considering we bought another flashlight. I'm assuming there's going to be another unit to scale. Thinking about a chameleon? It's interesting. So yeah, let's talk about the bonus clips while we have some time here, while I'm trying to figure things out in the run. You can tell I have no idea what to do. I don't know how many units I want on this team. Do I want a 2 squad? Do I want a 3 squad? Right? But yeah, the bonus clips. So we are going to have some more chameleons in the bonus clip. And the first one is going to be a cool run with another evil book, just kind of showing the power of the evil book chameleon again. If you have not seen my like good versus evil, light versus dark video, the good dog, bad dog, go check it out. It was my previous weekly video a couple days ago. The bad dog, the evil book, so good. The good dog with all the perks on elephant seals. I didn't use it with whale sharks, but it would be great with whale sharks as well. I think I saw King Salmon talking about that. And so I wanted to see if the other toys could hold up with chameleon to, like, obviously it's not going to be as strong as the evil book with the Cthulhu, but maybe they can still win and get teams over the line. So I found the fairy, use chameleons with it, empty front space, you're summoning the, giant-eyed dog up front. It's hilarious, first of all, because you keep summoning these pets up front. It's like if you have a bunch of Cerberus, right? They just keep summoning pets up front, summon up front. Meanwhile, we get a 50-50 whale shark. I go another flashlight. I guess I'm going to scale the puma or something. That's hilarious. But the fairy, it just doesn't hold up, or it doesn't seem to hold up. We'll talk about it more in the bonus clips. The stingray seems like it can hold up with the chameleons, right? Because if you have a level 2 chameleon, it's passing it's passing 12-12 in stats back. Sorry for the periodic interruptions here. But yeah, there comes in the chameleon again. So I knew it was going to happen. That's why I was talking about it. There's a melon. Oh, I guess we need to get something first. So I assume I'm going to switch the order. So the praying mantis is going to spawn in front of the orchid mantis. Then the chameleon can pass those stats to the praying mantis. So we're going to have 3 really, really strong units here. Which is nice, because that means our orchid mantis and praying mantis should be able to smash through their mid and back line. There's the Water of Youth. We get an abomination. Let's freaking go. Probably one of the best things we could have gotten. Immediately I see the tarantula hawk and I'm like, yes. We have 50 attack. That's going to reduce, I think, 10 health on the enemy, on everybody on the enemy team. I was like, all right, we'll take that. That's a good start. The Wolverine was there. It's very interesting. And now you see another reason why this game took so long. Not only is it just a late round game, but we get an abomination, so you have to think a lot. And try to think, as I'm doing these rolls, what should I freeze? Like, what are good combinations? Because I had a tough time kind of figuring this out. Obviously, I wanted to still freeze, like, toys and the chameleon, but I didn't really know from there. So I figured peanuts is alright. Maybe we can get peanuts to hit the chameleon or like the praying mantis. And yeah, freeze another orchid mantis. Flashlight's gonna break, so might as well hit the chameleon. Could have put Panther in front of Abomination to get the stats from the chameleon, but I think I'd rather the chance that Peanut hits Panther, or Peanut hits Puma, or the Mantis like that. Don't think we needed it though. Cool to see nonetheless. Always cool to see a peanut butter flying out of a Abomination. There's the elephant seal. Would be very excited to see that. Any other game other than turn 17 with 7 trophies when our team's already scaled. And yeah, what am I going to do here with these units frozen? Obviously, we're buying the ferry, so going to go a little tinderbox action. And, oh no, what am I doing? I should freeze. I'm not going to freeze. So the Puma does not work with the ferry. Yep, I think I recognize that now, so I should be selling the Puma. And we are going to use the Abomination to turn ourselves into an Orchid Mantis. I was very excited about this. So another just cool tech I think you can use in the weekly. So what have we done so far? We started out with a little bit of bush action, getting our spooked in attack. Used the frigate bird with that to get rice on everything. We did not use the unicorn, so typically you can, once you start selling stuff with the rice at a certain point, you sell the frigate bird, you bring in the unicorn, and then you start permanent scaling stuff with the bush unicorn combo. So hopefully you pivot to things you want to keep. But yeah, instead we went with the bush whale shark combo, which is great as well. Got the rotating toys going, right? Level 2 oven mitts, the 2 lasagnas into the stingrays. Got the Orchid Mantis buffed. Here we are. Look at us. Look at us. Decide to go Stinky Sock. I think I just wanted to mess around with all the different toys here. So we had a fairy. Now let's see how a Stinky Sock does. I was just having fun. I was just vibing out at this point. I was like, yeah, we need a couple attack on the Orchid Mantis. Might as well just toss that. The world's our oyster at this point. Like, yeah, let's just get the Chameleon level 3. Might as well. But then I figured, it's end turn, it copies, so I don't think there's any point in leveling. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the Chameleon would work, because it copies the ability. But then you can get the ability... No, because it copies the ability as a level 2 ability right now, right? Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. This is a long run. So we're going Tarantula Hawk again. What else do we want? I guess the Red Dragon would be Deece. Cuttlefish would be Deece. Yeah, it's kind of like a settling for what's here. Obviously, we want an Orchid Mantis. We didn't get one this turn. I think Orchid Mantis is the #1 thing we want to see for the A-Bomb. Let's see how it goes. They have Manticore. They have Manticore, Red Dragon, Phoenix. I think you know what's about to happen. Ouch. Not bad. Ooh. We still got the win. We only need one more, 3 hearts remaining. So it's been a good little run here. Been preserving these 3 hearts for a long time. This team has not lost for quite some time since the beginning of the game. Decide to bring in another Chameleon. So I guess I was going Chameleon Stinky Sock here. I failed to notice. I was like, why am I just buying different toys? And like I said, I think I was just experimenting with them. This was like the first time I'd ran Chameleon Stinky Sock. And I figured if I run into a team with 50-50s, maybe I can favorably trade if I reduce their health. I have melons, maybe they don't. Or maybe after the health reduction, like I can one-shot with my melons and trade. And look at this. I actually get the Orchid Mantis and the Panther, so this melon should block 40 damage. I don't know if it's needed. It's not going to be needed. Perks are 2 times stronger. Yeah. And then we summon the Mantis. Oh, it might actually be... No, it still won't be needed. Only if we attack this Manticore with it. That would have been cool to see, though. But yeah, say what up to the Brusques. Say what up to the old Mantis art, the Metabrusque profile picture. I just changed all the art a long time ago, shortly after making the channel. Just felt it out of like Some I convinced myself to change it because I saw most other people had. And then recently, like, I was just watching like Grounded and some of the other people, and I saw they had a lot of the old art, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go back and pick the ones I love. So here we go. We saw the fairy toy, the tinderbox. We've seen stingrays with flashlights, stinky socks. Well, we need the win now. We need to get this team over the line. Like I said, when I hit like the mid game, I just had this thought during the run of like, this is going to be the run. This is going to be the main run. I think it's a great showcase of this pack. It's kind of like celebrating this pack. What better way to just rotate toys in the end, bring in the best toy possible, the Evil Book. I don't care that it's going to break my melons. I don't care what it does, because we have a level 2 chameleon as well. So I know I have healthy units that are probably going to survive in the back. The other team most likely is not. So it looks like I'm settling for Pangolin. At least we got the Orchid Mantis. Penguin's kind of nice because you give a little bit of HP to this chameleon. Hopefully it can survive the double Cthulhu here. And we run into a monster. An absolute Goliath of a team. And we get our A-bomb in second. So unfortunately the first Cthulhu just breaks our melons. But we break, I believe, 3 melons. They broke 2 of our own. We get a KO on the back unit. We get a favorable trade. Things are looking good. The popcorn, 3 HP on the... Oh man, that would have been a cool trade. But you see here, 32 attack on the puppy. We have 4 HP to spare, the lone survivor. It felt so good on turn 20 to win with that team. Technically, that's a 3-squad Marty, right? Felt pretty good. So here we go. We're going to get into this bonus first with the chameleon. I'm going to kind of show some of the panic that might ensue in some of these runs, especially when you go for glory. So I apologize in advance. I know this is very anxiety inducing for some people when you just start selling the pets on your team and then things maybe don't work out as you planned and you got to try to figure something out. So let's see here. We got level 2 Evil Book, 2 level 2 chameleons, a level 1 chameleon that has a 126 stat line with Melon. So you can see I'm setting this whole thing up for Evil Book. That's the only thing I care about, and I just want to get my triggers. And the lowest attack chameleons have to have super high health. Right now, the lowest attack chameleon needs over 36 attack to survive, or over 24 HP, or over 24 HP in Melon. Now that we combined, it needs to survive the level 2 and the level 3, so it needs to survive the 24. Yeah. And now we have level 2 Cthulhu into level 3 Cthulhu into another level 2 Cthulhu. There's only 1 trigger on the book left. We have 2 hearts remaining. We did not get another bad dog to refresh. There's a melon sitting here. We could protect this level 3 chameleon. It's kind of a gamble. If I end turn here and go into battle and win, we get a nice little 3-squad Marty. That's not what I wanted. I wanted immediate action. I wanted to instantly spawn the Cthulhus. I wanted the whole battle to be over before it started. Let's see what happens. Our melons get removed. Our back chameleon is at 16 HP. Does 18 damage. Say hello to our last Cthulhu. We get sniped. We trade. It's a draw. Now we lost our level 2 Evil Book. We have chameleons, so obviously you have to buy a toy. The fairy could work. You basically get the 6/6, and then you're going to get an 18/18 and then a 12/12 unit up front. So it's not bad stats in the end. It could work. So I decide, you know what? 6 gold, another chameleon shows up. I'm just going to buy it. This could be like one of the best shots I honestly have at winning with the fairy chameleon setup as well. And then the bad dog shows up and we still have 2 hearts. So now this feels good again. I'm like, okay, well, worst case, at least we have the bad dog and it's a monster of a team. They even have garlics. Like, we barely get through the first unit. It's just, yeah, the fairy has no chance. So, okay, the team wasn't set up for Fairy anyway, so that wasn't giving it a fair shot. We'll see some of the teams that I gave it a fair shot with in the bonus, and kind of like how they did once I transitioned to them, and then how they kind of fizzled out for the most part. It's just going to be battle, 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 so it'll be pretty cool. And then the final bonus clip actually is a pretty cool one as well. It's definitely a different team. If I make another weekly video, which I'm not sure yet at this point, this week, I'm going to have more along this theme, so it's kind of going to intro like the rest of my weekly play. It's the all radish team. So I thought it was super cool. One of the coolest things I think is the Panther Radish. And here we go, we got the Cthulhu's. The level 3 comes out. It does a lot of damage. The level 2 comes out now. It KOs. It can trade. Our Chameleon is the lone survivor. 2 Squad Marty, turn 17. Let's freaking go. So I wanted to intro the all radish team before getting there, because we're going to ride off into the sunset pretty quick. This has been a long one. I mean, I wanted to show that whole bonus there with the double chameleon. I think that's showing the story and how we got there, right? So now you're just going to see some successive battles here on the Fairy of good runs. You know, now it's 5 trophies, 2 hearts on this one. It's, you know, they're nice runs. Oh, but now we brought in a flashlight. So you're going to see the team change up a little bit. And I thought this was great because we can take some permanent scaling kind of while we're building the Fairy squad as well. So bringing the Mosasaurus, that means the flashlight should be breaking next turn. So yeah, this is looking like a loss. It might not be, actually. That is some crazy trades. That is some crazy trades. So here we go. We got the Fairy back in. There's a dog. There's a dog. There's a dog. There's a dog. No more dogs. It's a world of hurt once you run out of dogs, and they just don't seem to be strong enough. So here's 6 trophies, 1 heart. That same run. This has all been successive battles in the same run. We get dogs. We mow through their big unit. And we just don't have enough to back it up, although it's kind of close. So here's another run, which was what I think is one of my best Fairy attempts in this weekly. And with all that being said, we're going to ride off into the sunset. So if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
Sleep, yeah. Only miss you when I'm breathing in too deep, yeah. Am I just your little secret? I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't want to see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It's me like a tidal wave. Every time you say my name, it hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't hear the sirens. I didn't want to see the warning signs, and now I pay the price, yeah. Oh, I should've known. It hits me like a tidal wave. Every time you say my name, it hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. give me my faith. My body feels safe in your hands. Feel me fully fade.